I just realised I had my fucking headset up. So people are just listening to me mumble. This is what you get when you don't do this for a few days. I had to take a few days rest because I had some other stuff to take care of, and because, well, I was just raiding. Well, I was just grinding, really. Well, let's see what we got. Someone's actually bothered looking up the stuff they need. Brilliant. Right, let's go kick some ass. So he's taking upon himself to lead. That's one at least, that's always a good thing. Bunch of Reapers. There we go. Yeah. Yep. Dragons down. There we go. Yep. Hang on a sec, I'm going to try something here. Yep. So now I can focus on this. So now I can primarily focus on this screen. I can see everything. Yep. Feels so weird using this at level 50 when I'm used to level 90. I'm damn near double level. I don't think I'm entirely sure how to use Provoke yet. Ooh, sorry. Okay, that's the quickest I've ever killed that thing. Killed it before even flare went off. Nice. Ain't gonna say no to that. Oh, there's Captain Dickhead's hat. Brilliant. Sorry. I'm gonna try it on, see how much of a dickhead I look. Like a colossal one. There we go. Yeah. And there's the dragon. There we go. Time for some ads. I remember when this used to be remotely tricky. Then we started getting item level 130 gear, and we were able to just break it. It's kind of what I started doing when... It's kind of what I had to do a lot back when Realm Reborn was out. Because, as is obvious, you had to do this and the other two raids to get your upgrade drops. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong there. Yeah. I don't think he gets that you're meant to spin the fucking boss around. So he doesn't start cleaving people. Like that. There we go. Because this is all at the point now where none of the bosses actually have mechanics. Well, they did. But we can just kind of ignore them. These we can just kind of ignore. I'll find out what the message is once I finish this thing off. Yeah. There we go. Again, pants that make you look like a twat. Yeah. So I had to reply to someone on Facebook. Back to this. There you go. Right then. Where's it aiming? Yeah. I pressed the wrong damn button again, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Oh, here we are. Amon. Knowing what I do know about the game now, this fight hits a little different. Yeah. 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 Yep. Brilliant! I've been frozen. Oh, our tanks died. Oh dear. I like those Dragoon boots. Actually, no, I've already got them somewhere. Don't need them. I'll pass on them. Yeah. Here we are. Emperor Xande. First Emperor of Alag. It's been a bit of a while since we've been here, hasn't it? I don't think he realises that you're going to cleave people that way. There you go. Right then, meteors. Yep. Right, perfect. Avoided Starfall. Yep. The amount of people I see that kill is usually quite impressive. There we go. Right, I face part 2. I'm right next to one. There we go. Perfect. I've only ever seen people fuck that up once in all my time on this game. Even when this came out several years ago. There we go. I'll take that. Yep. Right then, with that, pass on this lot because I don't need any of these. Got that already. There we go. Right then. Let's do some other roulettes, because that is one comm out of the way. Because I want to get a decent bonus here. Try roulettes, I want a Dark Knight for that. There we go. Let's see which one we get today. Last night we got the End Singer, so that first time fighting it since I beat the game. Oh! Well, okay. Yeah. Yeah. They want to take some out of them, have it. There we go. Well, that was easy. It's basically 3 tomes, I ain't gonna say no to that. Well, look what she's got in WT. Especially... I check my challenge log. Battles. Oh! Oh, the trial leveling alliance raid counts as a roulette, as a dungeon. Fucking brilliant. Right. If that's the place, that's that plan scuppered. Would have been nice for the game to tell me that first. If that's the case, honestly I don't need as many tombstones as I thought, so I'm just... How many comms do I need? In that case, I might as well just run Raid Roulette as Dark Knight. Do that quest another day. I know I'm not going to get into any of the Pandy raids, we'll be doing those in a bit. But this will put me over the com mark. Want the way I want to do things, but oh. MIDI. Midgard Soma. Wonderful. Fucking wonderful. Right then. I'll explain if they die. Yeah. That gets everyone on the first time through. Yeah. Yeah. go. Oh, brilliant. I thought we'd lost both the healers then, that would have been bad. I don't know how I don't know how that didn't kill me. Oh crap. Right. They're only coming this close, I think. Yeah. Right then. This ain't gonna fucking tickle. Yeah. That's a tank buster. Right. Yep. Let's see what I need to do here. Right, that's one spin. Another spin, so I'm in the right place. Corners. Oh, brilliant. Oh shit. He's made me waste a big fucking cooldown. Which I'm not particularly pleased about, but I'll be able to build it back up in no time. Yeah. This in or out? In. Yep. There we go. Got him. There we go. Right, just messaging someone on Discord, see if they want to join me. There we go. 3 comms, I will happily take that. Right then. Head over to Radzahan. Right, firstly. There we go. Right, let's have a look, see how this looks. Like shit. Not my type of look, so yep. Right, let's have a look. Challenge log. Guess no one wants to join me for expert. Right then. Oh, brilliant. 16 minutes. So while I do that. Head to the Mayhan. Once we're done with these 2 roulettes, it's raid time. We'll go kick some ass. So I'm going to be doing these hunts on Gunbreaker, as I'm wont to do. Firstly, over to the Archean. One thing to press. Right, I appear to have someone who said yes, so I will just drop out of that. Oh, they don't appear to be on yet. Yep. Hey, hang on a sec. Yep. Yep. Give me a sec, setting some update quick. This will not take me a sec. There we go. Recruit. Hang on. There we go. So one of my FC mates is joining the party. They'll be doing the raids with me as well. Yep. Let's see what I've got in here to kill. Screamers. There we go. I'll be closing that interior thing down. End that. Right then. So, blue ready? You're about to see me kick some ass. Okay, I was expecting an insta-pop there. That's a bit weird. Oh well. There we go. In we go. Let's see who we get. And where we get. I'm going to do this with that now, so I don't need to do the full screen so I can see if anyone's chatting. Oh, brilliant, the other DPS fucked off. Brilliant. There we go. Let's see where we are then. The dead ends. I love the music here. Utterly love it.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence and rotted inside and out.
Yep.
The more its people clung to life, the more they suffered.
Yep. Yep. Illusionist. Really?
Until they cursed not the illness, but their fellow corrupted.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, she's doing single pulls now. Yep. There we go. Yep. Oh! That was a big old hit. Right.
Those who lived and festered. Those who died of decay.
Let's see where it's coming from. Yep. That's the one that kills people the most. Including me sometimes. What do we need to aim for here? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Oh, good. It is, that's cleansable. Yeah. Yep. We're getting it though. Well, that was anticlimactic in the end, wasn't it?
And the very last of them wished they had never been born at all.
Again, this dungeon is a tearjerker and a half. There we go.
In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated disease. Before destroying the self-same lives it had saved.
Yep. Yep. There we go. There we go.
Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost.
Yeah.
They tried to buy peace with fire and steel.
And look where it got him. Yep. Take one of them down makes it a bit easier at least. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Much point using it here. Save it for the boss, because this one, if I remember, this one's a nasty. Yeah. 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 There we go. And where am I aiming for here? What's going on here? There we go. I'll take that hit because otherwise I would die. Yeah. 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 No fuser. This is a bad one. Yeah. There we go. Yep. Got it.
And when one asked, what is the point? There were none left to answer.
There we go. And there's the nukes. go. Right then.
Farther
Time for the final
still
bit.
existed a star without strife. Where none remembered life's trials or its joys.
There you go.
What its people had gained from ease, they lost to apathy.
Yep. I'm running way ahead of everyone else, which I shouldn't be doing. These golden wings are fucking squishy as out. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. So it's worrying about one cooldown. There we go.
So they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts.
Yep. Yep.
Its steps were light, and its gift was as painless as it was beautiful.
Oh, brilliant. That was a nasty combo to use. Yeah.
Bathed in its golden glow, They all slept happy ever after.
Yep. Here, right. Over here. There you go. We're making a meal. This thing's making a meal of us. Right, where am I aiming? Yep. Let's take a big chunk off then. Got it. Right then. You're looking to have that one. Yep. Right then. There we go. Yep. Straight in. Along with a... Oh, that's a big... They've increased the experience again. Nice. Well, let's see what we've got. Oh. Oh. Vanaspati. I've written this once. I'm hoping. Yeah. I just realised how much health I was losing.
If this is the only way.
Afraid it is, man.
I shall silence the beasts of the air. Pray continue onward.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. 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 There we go. Wonders of learning Roulettes. You don't know what you're gonna get. And I have no more panic button anymore. Here we go. Yep. Perfect. Things got a little messy at the start, but we got it. Yeah. Yeah. Nearly fucked that up. Right, mouth off, let's see where I need to go now. Yeah. 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 Where we go now? There we go. Yeah. thing. It. Is that this? I don't know whether that's an it or a he or whatever.
Vile presence I sense. The horde draweth near. Be on your guard.
I'm on my guard. Oh, hello. Yeah. Yep. Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Right then. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Yep. These things are nasty. There we go. Ah. Yep. Finally gotten hit twice now. These bloody sprinters, they're the big issue. Because they're basic kelpies and they hurt. Right. Next boss. Yeah. This weird fucker. to do that. I misread that horribly because I've literally done this dungeon once. What to do now? Yeah. What do I need to do now? There we go. I'm going to be doing some inventory cleaning at some point. Right then. Temple stones. Up here we go. Yeah, now the temple's fucked. Right then. With that, that's that down. Oh. This is basically an enemy rush. Yep. And stalkers now, brilliant. There we go. That's the most threatening one down. to use. But I now know what I'm doing with this fight. I didn't first time. Right, yeah. I'm aiming here. Let's dive bombs. Right. Yep. Let's decay again. See where I need to stand now. Yeah. There we go. I'll take that. Right then, with that, I believe I'm warmed up. Right then, with that, I'm going to stop doing the hunts. I'm going to finish them off later when I'm done with the raids, off screen. I'm assuming it starts in Elpis. Wrong zone. Turns out starts in Old Charlian. In Dickhead's Town. Right then, let's go this way. Let's go to the annex. Right then, apologies for my voice acting. And it gives you material, that's nice. It appears my calculations were correct. I knew that it's this very spot I would encounter none other than Taylor, the hero, sorrows through the final days. So certain as I of my math that I stood here for. Well, let's not concern ourselves with that. I am Nemiji, assistant to one Professor Claudian. We work with the Aisoscope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into its myriad mysteries. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies our every conjecture. You've been to the centre of the star and beyond it, however, so we hope you may see something in this crystal that we academics do not. I beg you lend us your well-travelled eye to Aporia. Professor Claudian will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. I think there may have been a female. I know, voicing it like a dude. Aporia. Alright, let's get on a word with, thingy. Claudian. Or Claudian. Greetings, Taylor, and welcome to my humble laboratory. I'm certain Nemiji has already told you plenty about us, but allow me to introduce myself personally. I am Claudian, leader of this little research collective. I must admit I've been nervous about this meeting ever since Nemiji set out to find you. For a researcher in my field, there is no greater honour than to meet the first man in history to traverse the ethereal sea and return to tell the tale. The Professor speaks often at length about your deeds, but he has no small number of achievements to his own name. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other in Sharlayan, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless. Peerless, perhaps, but for a single man, we must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from him. And perhaps crack this conundrum that has stumped the three of us for moons. It was we who peered into the fathomless sea from the Yandis Tower in the Dravanian hinterlands. There we spoke with Heidelin and learned of the fate that were before this star, the final days. Yep. Soon thereafter, all research was moved to Labyrinthos, and through the Aisoscope did we continue our vigil. An impressive a work as the device is, however, it can glimpse but a fraction of the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to the matter at hand. Not long after the Exodus was declared, we recovered an unusual crystal shard during a routine observation. It appeared before us suddenly, as if propelled to the surface by some unknown force. Pardon me. Go on. No, I missed that. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean before we were forced to turn our focus towards the Exodus. The crystal was very nearly forgotten about amidst the sudden upheaval. But thanks to the efforts of a certain someone, that crisis is now behind us and we are free to resume our research. Thus did we decide to seek you out. Hold on. dauntless adventurer who delved into the unknown and beheld its innermost secrets. And now we would have you see for yourself. Okay, let's have a look. Here is the crystal in question. If it resembles aught you've encountered before, even by the smallest degree, please say so. Alright, let's have a looky. Oh. Oh! That's a convocation crystal. I know of someone who bears a similar crystal. On you. As I thought, you do know what this is. Please tell me everything. You sure you want to know? It's a fucking convocation crystal. I see. The Ascians use these to transfer their memories to new vessels. Fascinating indeed. Nothing to press. It was plain that this crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpasses even my considerable expectations. Similar artifacts have appeared throughout the ages. Memories of martial techniques manifested as crystalline shards on the battlefield, or storied stones passed from master to student. A comparison between said artifacts and this crystal may prove a fruitful first step in unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? Artian memories, windows through which we can gaze upon the convocation of 14. Unlike the crystal in Taylor's story, this one does not bear the mark of the convocation. Who then could these memories belong to? And more importantly, why were they stored in this particular shard? More importantly still, why was it set adrift on the ethereal sea? You want to find that out first, in case it's malevolent. Professor Claudian! Huh? Yeah. I'm well aware that contemplation is the key to breakthrough, but there is propriety to consider. We have a guest, one you invited explicitly. Must we do this every time? What? Ah, yes, of course, I guessed. Terribly sorry, I do easily find myself unmoored by the tides of rumination. No worries. Perhaps a more engaging use of our time would be for you to take up that crystal. If indeed there are memories stored within, they may reveal themselves to you upon contact. Alright, let's see. I think I know whose it is, to be honest. If anyone, message come. Pandaemonium, please. Faces grave threat, star in danger. Okay, that ain't good. That expression does not bode well. What did you see? I didn't see anything, but I heard something. Pandaemonium? Not a word I've heard before. If my knowledge of the ancient tongue serves me, it means all demons. Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. Well. Brilliant. In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystallized memory to hand. Nimjiti, Rusno, I entrust their procurement to you. If there are more memories to be extracted from this crystal, we will find them. As for you, Taylor, there is a person I would have you seek. The one who has delivered so dire a warning. Your story tells us that this crystal could very well have been made by one of the ancients. If that is the case, then discerning the nature of this pandemonium would require a trip far into the past, to an era beyond the Sundering. I know only of one individual capable of such a feat. The very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom. Oh, thank you. I must confess the tales people tell of your adventures beggar belief, and their veracity has been a subject of much debate among my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind that every incredible exploit is fact. So I ask you now, return to the past, find out what and where Pandaemonium is, and if we need to be concerned by this message. Alright, well I'm assuming we do. Thank you. For the time being, you should keep the crystal in your possession. I do not think you have seen the last of its memories, and more may be drawn out as you approach their source. Safe travels, and may we meet again soon to share our findings. Alright then. Alright. First thing I want to do before I continue on. See if anyone wants to come along. I'm hoping Leonce does, to be honest, because Leonce is sound. Pardon me. Right. Oh, great. Into the ocular. Right then, to the Dosselgate. Right then. To the gatekeep. Oh dear, sorry. Oh brilliant, another cutscene. Oh. So it's glowing again, that's never good. It receives this message. Oh, brilliant. Come, Pandaemonium, quickly! There we go. Ow! I don't know what the fuck that was, I just fell out. I just fell off something. Okay, Starry Skies. Oh. I know where this is. Great, I'm back in Elpis. Ugh. Oh, hello? Did I land on you? I did. Oh. Could it be? Hello? No, of course not. Apologies, but for the briefest moment I thought you to be a dear friend of mine. Realise now that such a notion is preposterous. He told me a falling star would appear before me, so I suppose you must be it. Truth be told, I did not expect the expression to be so, literal. You mean I landed on you? Sorry, man. Oh, Themis. Right then. Let's have a little word with Themis. I've got no idea who they are. Ah. My apologies for not introducing myself properly. As you can see by my bare face, I am not one of Elpis's observers. Rather, I am come here on an assignment which has been more or less routine up until this very moment. You certainly do know how to make an entrance. I must wonder what brought you here. For it is plain you do not belong here. Or any place I know for the matter. You're right. Amatham's familiar. It appears my initial impression was not so preposterous after all. Did not know my friend had such a unique familiar at his disposal. If you are here at Azem's behest, then I believe I can hazard a guess at your purpose. You are here to investigate Pandaemonium, right? Yeah. If so, we may be able to help one another. But first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? Well, you wouldn't believe it if I told you. I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concerning your intentions. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand this is an uncommon occurrence. Yeah. Fair enough. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we all have secrets we must keep. However, if I may, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. Alright. You can tell me who it belongs to. That'd be lovely. So I know to have a word with. Fascinating. While I cannot say much as to what it contained, it's clear there are memories stirring within. Yep. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandaemonium. Right. What the fuck is Pandaemonium, might I ask? The facility extends beneath Elpis and is overseen by the words of La Habrea. Oh! Oh, fucking great! La Habrea! Not dealt with him in a while. It houses those creations that are highly valued as research subjects and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it is strictly guarded and under constant surveillance. So great. We're off digging then. Several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding ether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandaemonium ceased. Huh? I'm here as a representative of an organisation that works directly with the Convocation. Have been tasked with investigating this incident. Hold on. Now that there is some measure of transparency between us, might I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next? Yeah, please. Savage aim, because I can sell those. There we go. Where familiars dare. Wonderful. Now then, my proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandaemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect the arrangement would work to our mutual benefit. Besides, I should have no trouble gaining us both access. I do hope you agree. I would be loath to part ways from the falling star I had been waiting so long for. Right. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigation with a friend I mentioned earlier. He'd also noticed the anomaly near Pandaemonium, so it only seemed natural that we should investigate it together. However, he eventually decided that it would be unwise for us both to go. If two members of our organisation were seen poking our heads about restricted facilities, it could raise questions, you see. You don't say. I decided to go alone, but he left me with these words. Fear not, for in my absence a star shall befall you. While I could not comprehend his meaning at the time, I believe now I understand. He does have a way of being right about these things. Even so, his hints of what ought to come are generally more cryptic. Suppose I should have kept my gaze to the heavens. Suffice it to say that I am grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain permission from the words of La Habrea for entry into Pandaemonium. Got to be a speaker waiting at Anagnoresis. Alright. Well, that ain't too far, is it? No, it's really not. There we go. Well then. Where familiars dare. Yeah. Yeah. He's like, this one looks pretty tricky. What a fascinating etheric signature. In accordance with the Convocation's request, the two of you have been granted leave to observe the Pandaemonium. I shall register your ether for the records. From this point on, you may freely come and go from Pandaemonium as you please. Oh, good. Now that was a painless process. I take this as a sign that we were meant to conduct our investigations together. Alright. Of course, while you have been permitted entry into the facility, the specimens housed inside must be handled with the utmost care. You are to heed the warden's instructions at all times. Of course. Okay. What kind of creatures are we talking about here? Those who conduct their work within Pandaemonium are called warders for their role with respect to the creatures within. Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the words of La Habrea has deemed certain such creations as worthy of further study, interring them within the facility. Those who spend their days in Pandaemonium are not merely researchers, they must work tirelessly to ensure that none of their subjects slip their shackles. For all intents and purposes, the place is a dungeon. Perhaps such a comparison arouses frightful imagery, but Pandaemonium is a frightful place. You to them. I know not of the purpose of your investigation, but if you discover aught that merits a report, pray do so with utmost haste. Master La Habrea shall guide us upon the proper course of action from there. Somehow I doubt it. Then I take it that means you detected nothing amiss of late? The warders have reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations of an ether have been observed, but surely Master La Habrea would have acted if there were anything worth worrying about. I see. It appears La Habrea is kept well abreast of goings on here, then? I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries by asking, but you seem to be quite familiar with Master La Habrea. Do you know him? Stories I could tell you. You are no mere familiar, are you? Master La Habrea is not known for being generous with his time. That one would have stories of his company almost beggars belief. Oh, believe me, I don't think you'd ought to hear these stories. They're not entirely complimentary. Like seeing that character for a second, I get the feeling that the La Habrea here is rather different to the old one, to the one I've met. You know, the fucking lunatic. Yeah. Regardless, while I doubt I need to tell you this, he's of the convocation. Take care the other actions do not hinder his work. Of course. And with that, we are free to make our way to Pandaemonium. The naos that will take us there is on the eastern side of Lathe. Let us delay no further. Alright. Right. Just going to invite my FC boss? Your Miller. Here we go. Right then, let's get these cutscenes out of the way. Let's get this next one out of the way. Oh, it's up here. Up in Lathe. There we go. Medusae. When they said Medusa originally, I was expecting much, much bigger, uglier creatures. Some things that are meaner, nastier, far more vicious. I had to contain my surprise for the sake of appearances, but is it true that you too have met La Habrea in the flesh? I find you more fascinating by the moment. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. We shall come to know each other in time, I wager. Why else would fate have orchestrated our meeting? In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled Pandaemonium with my own eyes. Here's to a new adventure, eh? Yeah. Right, it's a Pandaemonium. Let's have a look what this place is like. Oh, hello. Oh. It is much as I feared. Okay. The speaker seemed in such high spirits for a moment, I thought this ethereal irregularity not nearly so grave a portent as I imagined. Last was a fleeting and vain hope. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards. Right, so I'm talking about with the people I'm in party with. One of them ain't too well mentally, and the other one's hungry. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards. Yeah. The untrained eye might not sense anything awry. No effort has been spared in making this place impenetrable. Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaws, however. Someone or something is tampering with the protections. It is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. What? That's from within. Fear not, there is no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could the moment we arrived. Before he goes, I'm gonna link him to something I found. Where is it? Link to it later. Fear not, there is no immediate danger. I reinforce. Oh, I've done that already. This will not put an end to whatever is occurring, but it will at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory, though the road ahead of us is yet long. Yes, powerful forces are at work here. Yeah. The silence in the air speaks volumes. While I did not expect a bustling facility, I see not a single warder. Our first course of action should be to seek one out, wherever they may be. Sounds good to me. However, there's something you must know. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. Till I defocus, Pandaemonium's protections will rapidly crumble before the force assailing them. Huh? That ain't good. Were there another way, I would gladly choose it, but let us at least be grateful that neither of us is here alone, trapped in hopeless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceable solution, then I hope that I can rely on your strength to see us through. Naturally. Of course. You have my promise. Yep. Thank you for offering your help so willingly. If weapons are drawn, I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use your ether as basis for illusory allies that will fight at your side. Perhaps 7 shall do. Not exactly an army, but by the looks of you, a formidable band nonetheless. You're not kidding. Then so shall it be. Now, what I wonder awaits us in Pandaemonium's pitiless halls. It's giving me Final Fantasy II vibes, because that's where original Pandy was. Yeah. Asphodelos. Right then. Since I'm doing this tomorrow, I'm going to have to find someone to raid, because I don't think you want to watch me just hunting random things down for the next God knows how long. Right then. Twitch.tv. Right. Let's have a look, see if there's anyone worth raiding. That'll do. They're doing Link to the Past stuff, which I don't mind watching. I'm a bit of a sucker for that, to be honest. Right. Raid. Control and V. Right then. In any case, you guys all take care of yourselves. Let's go kick some ass. We'll kick ass tomorrow. Night.